Hello, Group 1. You chose the Strength card. Beautiful card, right? So today we're talking about your strengths, and I can see you guys are literally very strong. You guys may be Leos, you don't have to be, but you have this natural leadership ability. There's something about you that you're a very strong leader, but you don't rule by force. It's like you really like have experience and people respect you. You're really able to persevere. I feel like you could have gone through a lot in your life, but you stuck through it and people really respect you. There's this like in your aura, just something about you is like regal in a way. So, like you've really earned your position in life, or you're going to, like people do respect you for what you've gone through and how you just walk through life with this grace and this ease, even though it likely hasn't always been easy. But yeah, it's like because you're experienced and you've gone through things, people trust you more, and that's what makes you this great leader in whatever sense that is for you. It could be literally like with a job, or just people come to you for advice and look up to you, and they really inspire you. I'm seeing with these stars here, you are very inspirational as well. Kind of getting star card energy, Aquarius energy as well. But I really see that you are just an inspiration for others, and that is beautiful. But yeah, I feel like your willpower is very strong. You're able to see things through. Let's see what other qualities for group number 1 spirit. What are the positive attributes and the strengths of group number 1? Whoop. Yes, okay. So the strength card can oftentimes indicate, like, I was talking about things might not have been always easy. You were able to really tame the beast in whatever sense it is, break attachments. Perhaps some of you guys had codependency issues or attachments to substances, something like that. But you were able to break free of whatever chained you down in the past and rise above that. And that's really given you this inner strength and this inner power that just really I can feel from you guys. So that makes that confirm there. It doesn't have to be addictions in the like traditional sense or what people think of with substances, but in this day and age, I mean, most people have some sort of addiction, right? Maybe it could be shopping, it could be whatever it is, but the point being is that you were able to break these chains and these attachments and rise above that. Oh my God, yeah, forge. We have hammer here. You are so strong. You're really able to get out of a situation that other people might not have been able to do so, and that is why they look up to you. With the chain here, it's like you were literally able to break through those chains, and that's not that easy. You just might have been pounding away at you, but and then at the bottom of the deck here, I see alignment. So yeah, you were able to make it through all these troubles and get more aligned, and you might have literally been able to build a great life for yourself, or you're in the process with this castle in alignment. And with this like hammer here, it seems like you're really able to forge the way out of whatever situation for you and build the path you want and be more aligned with your higher self. And you're like more balanced after calming the beast. I keep saying that, but you're more aligned, like your chakras, you're more aligned with your higher self and your mission in life. And if you don't feel that way soon, you are in the process of being in this position, this alignment. And I really do feel like with the castle and with the strength card now, saying that regal energy earlier, I feel like you really are meant to be in some leadership position and come into some sort of wealth, because you will be able to handle it and be able to provide for others and yourself. Like you will have the means to do so, and you deserve it, and you're not going to like abuse power in any way. Like you are definitely a great leader. Let's see. Some of you may be Libras, but I'm really seeing here like this is showing also you'd be like a great leader because you're able to see like both sides of the story, like a balanced perspective. You're able to see both sides of things, and you have a fair mind. You are likely very beautiful. Yes, I mean, you are very beautiful, but like you could be very beautiful in like the Venusian way, but no matter what, you exude this beauty and this confidence and yeah, strength. And then we have here Cancer. So some of you guys could be Cancers, or you could just be really family oriented and nurturing. That makes sense. Okay, we have like Cancer is like, I'm thinking now of nurturing, like we have this leader, this power, this strength, but you're ruling with grace, and it's like you're nurturing, but you're also someone that people look up to and listen to, like kind of like mom energy, but like not really, you know what I'm saying? Like you're someone people like go to with questions. They like want to know your opinions. They want you to be there. They look up to you. You make them feel really good. Your presence is very nurturing. People love your presence. Oh my gosh, this just flew out in the bottom for a reason. The king. You guys, I said from the very beginning, there's this like regal quality to you. This is very like Leo's energy, but yes, you're able to rule like and shine bright, and something about you, you're like, there's a pearl there. Like you're very special and unique in the way you handle things. And there's that hand there too. Yes, you are a leader. I feel like some of you guys are going to be like, what are you talking about? But you are. Something about you, you're able to lead. Like, and maybe you work with your hands or something like that. I feel like you're very balanced. We already had the balance and the alignment here, but you're very balanced with your like masculine and your feminine side. Like, I feel like there's this soft femininity here, and then there's this like, you know, kind of badass energy as well, like able to get things done and like break ground and like make shit happen, but like you're also graceful. Very balanced. God, the king castle. And then we have your ocean, which makes me think of Cancer. Literally, like this is like femininity, like the water. You are very balanced, no matter what your gender is or whatever, you know, there's a lot of balance here. Like you're able to be stern and forceful, but you're also emotionally intelligent and able to like connect to people on an emotional level, which is hard to be both. Like to be a leader for people, to make wise decisions, but also care about the well-being of everyone, like and keep that all in check. And there's this like vastness about you, like you're complex, like you're not simple. You might like live your life in a simple way because you're so wise and like experienced, but there's much more about you. Like I didn't show this earlier, but Scorpio's on the bottom of the deck, so some of you guys might be Scorpios, but there's like this mystery to you, this like people just want to know more about you. There's like you're not just like surface level, like there's this depth to you. Mm-hmm. And then mentors on the bottom. You are very wise. The owl there. And this is another leader type card. People come to you for advice. We already talked about that. You're very wise. And maybe you're wise like going like in the traditional sense, like you've been educated and everything like that, but it's also through experience, I'm seeing. So yes, you're someone super wise and people really look up to you, group number one. I hope you know this. What else for group number one? Oh my gosh, the power, gathering around, the power of community. And this is 26, which adds up to 8, which is the strength card. Yes, your community really, like you are likely a leader of some community, or you will be. And you have this power and like, you're able to bring people together in a beautiful way. Yes. I feel like you help other people transform with your wisdom. And maybe if you didn't always have a strong family, like growing up, like your soul family is really going to be, or already is, but I feel like it's, a lot of them are still coming, really going to be supportive and help grow your strength and power even more and recognize you for all your talents and wisdom. Leah, stand your ground. Yes, you are. This is another like leadership thing to me. Like you stand your ground. You stand up for what you believe in. You support community. You stand up for people that might have been in a bad situation or are in bad situations. Their rights aren't being respected, and you stand up for them. And that is why you are such a great leader. And then we have on the bottom, Mother Mary, emotional healing. Yes. You're able to see people's pain and understand them and help them heal. And you're just, we already said, like with cancer in the ocean, you're very emotionally intelligent and grounded, and you see people for who they are, and you also are very wise and give them advice. Yes. Sorry if you hear landscapers outside. I thought they were done, but they're not. Oh, and you're sexy AF. What other? I feel like you just exude this confidence, whether you know or not. You're definitely trustworthy. You're a great leader. You have the zest for life, and you're dependable for sure. Let's get one more card. What else for our group number 1? Patience. Yes. This like totally makes me think of strength. I accept everything happens in divine order. A great leader is a patient leader. You are a leader, group 1. I don't know if you know this yet, but you have all this balance, you have this inner power, this experience and intelligence, and this like, you're able to build a community that's going to be really powerful, and that is coming for you. Okay, now, and also, if it's not here already, and now they're really loud outside, so I feel like that they came by just in time. But you wouldn't let people like that, or like noises or interruptions bother you, because you have patience, you're wise, you are a great leader, and you may already be this leader, but you are coming into that. So you are amazing, group number 1. I love you so much. Bye. Hello, group number 2. So you chose the star, and I feel like you guys really exude this like dreaminess, this maybe even star quality to you. You could be very spiritual, very uplifting and inspiring to other people. Some of you may be in Aquarius, but you don't have to be. That is just a sign that is associated with the star. And maybe you give other people like hope. Something about you just uplifts people's vibes. They like being around you. They like hearing what you have to say. You're just very inspirational. I feel like there's this like emotional depth to you that is really amazing. Like maybe in the past you didn't like how emotional you were. Maybe you are an empath. But it feels like you've learned to learn how to work with your abilities and really control your emotions. That sounds weird, but you know what emotions are yours and not others. And it's actually like one of your strengths that you have this emotional side to you, and you're able to just understand how other people feel, and that is great. I feel like people are drawn to you because of that. So yeah, there's definitely this empathic, like ethereal feel to you. Let's see what else. Let's start with these cards. What are the positive attributes and strengths for group number 2, Spirit? I feel like you're definitely very attractive. Let's see what just came through. Great blessings. This goes with star pretty well, I think. I feel like you really are this like starseed like blessing for the world. And I feel like grapes, I think I've heard this, they're not easy to grow, but when they do, they're like so good and cherished, and like people love them, and like you're sweet like wine, or you can be whatever, they're dry. I feel like there's like a lot of different sides to you, and you're like, maybe it was hard to get to where you are now emotionally, spiritually, physically, like just your overall well-being. Maybe it took a while to really grow and ripen, but now you're like such a blessing, and you're seeing life more as a blessing, and you're very, I feel like you're a very sweet soul, and you're a blessing to be around, and other people just really cherish you, and you're fun too, really fun. And then we have Lion. I was thinking group 1 and group 2 may be similar, but we are just getting started here, so I'll only take that as it resonates. But we have here Lion, so I feel like you guys are very strong and temperament. So yes, I feel like you guys could be fierce. Like this is what I'm talking about, like your emotional, your emotions are your strength. Like you've learned how to control your emotions. Yes. And I feel like you can be like fierce and powerful when you need to be, but there's also this sweet side to you, and you're really able to balance it well. I'm just being repetitive now, but now it's like this is affirming like how you're able, like maybe in the past you weren't able to control your emotions as well, but now that you've gotten older and wiser and experienced and stuff, you're able to really control your emotions, but you still feel them and you still let them flow. There's this like depth to you, and you're not reactive like you could be. You could be this fierce lion and just go and like demolish everyone if you have to, but you don't do that unless someone's like, you know, attacking your cub or something like that. Something precious, but like you don't have to do that. Like you are powerful, but there's a sweet side to you, and you're able to contain yourself and like think before you react, and it really gives you this like divine like feel. Yeah. I feel like you at the bottom is unseen. I feel like you guys do have some sort of spiritual gifts. We already talked about being an empath, but I'm not surprised. I feel like you're able to connect with the divine and see things for as they are, like in the divine realm and in this 3D realm. Like you're able just to kind of cut through BS and see things that other people can't see, and also you're able to. You probably have some like like clairaudience, clairvoyance, something like that. You're able to just interact with the spiritual realm, and I feel like you've just maybe in recent years you're developing these skills, and that goes along with the empathy we were talking about. Maybe in the past you kind of felt like you had to wear a mask, but you were able to take that off. Like maybe you went through a spiritual awakening, and that's kind of when you were able to see things differently. Sometimes the start comes after, you kind of hit rock bottom after a tower moment. But then everything you see, instead of looking at your past as a tower moment, you think of it as a blessing because it's gotten to you where you are now and all these, strength you have now. And you really inspire people from that. You can see you took off your mask, you see things how they are, and you see yourself, in a better light, and you don't try and act like how other people want you to act. Being an empath when you're younger, it's hard sometimes. You don't really know what feelings are yours and what aren't, and you kind of maybe just had people-pleasing tendencies because that's just all you knew, and you didn't really know who you were, but now you do, and it's an inspiration to other people. Yep, Uranus. Uranus rules Aquarius, which I already mentioned, but also this can indicate this huge change. I was just talking about the tower moment. Uranus is the tower, just unexpected big changes. I feel like a lot of this has come from big changes in your life, a spiritual awakening, or whatever you want to call it. But you've had a lot of changes in your life, and that's what has really made you so strong. But in these moments in the past, all these changes seemed really hard at one point, but now you see them as blessings, and that is such a strong attribute to have, mature attribute to have. Oh, Pisces flew out. Did you see that? Yes, very empathic, spiritual. It doesn't mean you have to be a Pisces or Aquarius, but just you have the traits. We all have these, somewhere in our chart. And Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. So I feel like your outlook on life has really changed and is more positive than it used to be. But yeah, you're very empathic and spiritual and spiritually gifted. And we have Pluto on the bottom. Transformation. You are a total transformation. I feel like you're probably likely very different today than you were in the past. I mean, many of us are, but you really are. And did I say this right? Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Mars is ruled. But yes, you are. And Pluto also can be with like the unseen and the spiritual, like mysterious deep side of life. I feel like there's a very like deep side to you. A lot of emotional depth, like intense, but like in a good way. Oh, this was the card of the day. I should be posting this today about Drifter. Maybe you felt like you didn't really have a home in the past too, and that could have been really hard for you. And 5 is the number of chaos and change, but now you're like more easy. It's easier for you to go with the flow and experience life as it comes, and not live in the past anymore, and embrace these changes and just know everything's happening in divine timing and happening for you, not to you. And you're just seeing things a lot more positive and just going with the flow, and that's giving you this star vibe. Let's get this like effortless, like just beautiful divine aura to you, and you're just once you like surrender to the divine and get like stop dwelling on the past and lived in the present, like, and just experiencing life as it comes, you're just sailing along now. It's not, I mean, maybe not every day is easy, but like it's bearable and you enjoy it more now and you appreciate every moment. Maybe there's some loss in your life in the past and that has helped you. I mean, that was hard, but now you realize, like, you know, why live in this darker place? Like, you don't know how long life will be, whatever. But I feel like you understand that you never really die, your soul never does, but you're here to learn that, and you're here for a reason. Yeah, look at, I was talking about Drifter, and now we have Pilgrim. You could have traveled a lot in your life, or you will, and like with your travels, with your life, you've like learned a lot, and maybe you feel like you're on a mission to find out more about who you are, what the point is. Like, that sounds dark, but like in a more positive light. Like you've like had this awakening, and now you're just seeking wisdom. You're at the star. You're seeking divine guidance, divine wisdom. You could be literally traveling to do so, drifting in different places, just experiencing life now. Wow, I really like your energy. Your aura is very bright now. I feel like I said this already, but like darker times in the past. The animal. The eye again is really, I feel like with the lion, it's kind of like there's this like animalistic side to you that's kind of been lifting, like just like survival mode, animal instinct, and you've learned to control that and learned to trust in the universe. You were awakened to realize that life isn't all as bad as you thought. And like, there's all these flowers above the eye, like opening it. Oh my gosh, I've never looked at this card this way. But it's like your eyes have been open to not just think in a survival mode, but think about what the bigger picture is. Yeah. I never know how to pronounce her name. I apologize. You can read it, but forgive. Yes, I feel like that has been one of your life lessons, is to forgive all the bad things that happened to you, you know, and like forgive yourself and move forward. And that's helping you live in this flow now. Forgiveness is powerful. It doesn't mean things people did are okay, you know, but like you're able to move by this or move on from that. Here, I'm gonna move. Sorry if these aren't all perfectly. Wow, I knew these flipped out, so we're gonna look at all these. Imhotep, visionary. You are. Oh, maybe you have some connection to an Egyptian past. With the Eye of Horus, you are able to like connect to the divine, and I'm not surprised by this at all. But you are a visionary. You see the bigger picture. You're able to see things, the unseen. And this has all been such a process. It always is, this awakening. The eyes are very emphasized here. Like once you weren't awakened, but you've become, whoa, life force energy. Oh, wow. Maybe you guys are into Reiki, or you will be, or something like that. But you're a healer for sure. Maybe in the rainbow, yes, things you went through the stormy times, and now it's like all rainbow, not all rainbows, but you know, there's a rainbow, like the calm after the storm. You're able to see the beauty in things, and I feel like you have this energy, this healing energy in you. Perhaps this is a calling to do some sort of healing, but I feel like you've already kind of, you know, whatever you're doing, just your presence is really healing for other people. And then the last card we have here is No More Hiding. Yes, this circles back to when I was talking about wearing a mask, and I think you've had skills your whole life, these like psychic abilities, whatever it is, spiritual abilities, spiritual things you're able to see and connect with. And when you're little, you probably were like kind of shunned for that, or just shut down. You kind of closed off to it. You had the mask on, the blindfold, but now you're able to see, and you're not hiding who you really are. You know, you're now looking into the water and seeing your reflection, and like seeing who you are. You're seeing now, and you're not hiding, and that is so powerful. Wow. Let's see. Let's get some. Attributes and lighthearted ones. Ooh, whoa, that just flew across the room. Hold on. Wow, this came out really, you have a zest for life now. That just flew out, you know, like after darkness, you now like enjoy life and are excited because you're being yourself now. Hopefully you're feeling this now. Sorry if you can't see all these cards. Ooh, okay, we're gonna look at all these. You're open-minded. Mature, yes, definitely. Have come to reach some maturity. Funny. Brave. The last card, star quality. Wow. You're a star, group number 2. You really are here for on a mission, and you're inspiring other people just by being you. So I hope this resonated. You are amazing, group number 2. I love you so much. You're a star. Bye. Hi, group number 3. You chose the Empress. You guys might see the number 333 or 33 a lot, but I feel like you guys have really transformed with these butterflies here, because we've gone through some major glow ups, and also we have what looks like a lotus, like really come out of some time. Maybe it was darker, but times are better now. You really are finding out who you are. You could be ruled by Venus. There's possibly you're a Taurus or a Libra, but you don't have to be. You are very beautiful. Something about you is very nurturing. You're a good caretaker. You're very gentle but powerful. And I feel like if you're not already in this position, you're going to feel like you've come out of that like cocoon phase, and you're now like a butterfly and just living life so beautifully, abundant. There's a lot of abundance energy here. So you're coming into abundance, or you're already abundant. At least you have that abundant energy, which is great, because that means you're going to attract that into your life. But it seems like maybe you guys have gone through some sort of glow up or level up, however you want to define that in your life, perhaps recently. Oh my God. Sorry, I just love when this happens. Butterfly transformation. I love that. You really have transformed in some way. No doubt about that. Thank you for confirming, Spirit. And then underneath that, we have feather, which says faith. So perhaps this transformation included something to do with your spirituality or your faith. I feel like maybe some of you guys have traveled, or something with birds like flying. I don't know. Nature might be really important to you. Maybe being out in nature, you feel more connected to spirit, and that might have helped in this transformation. But I'm really getting that energy that this transformation has stemmed from something spiritual, or it was like a spiritual awakening perhaps, but it has given you more faith in life. And I feel like that is that energy I'm feeling for you, group number 3, like that abundant energy, is because you have more faith in the universe and in the divine, whatever you call God, source, whatever. And it's really transformed your life, and it's like elevated your vibrations or something. It's this abundant energy. It's just drawing in more beauty and love, abundance, all the good things into your life. And if you feel like it isn't, you're in the process of this transformation for sure, because I feel your energy. It's very abundant and beautiful. On the bottom, we have angel, compassion. Yes, there's something really spiritual here. With faith, we have angel. Maybe you feel very connected to the angelic realm, to angels. I feel like I was talking about compassion earlier. Something about you is very nurturing, compassionate. Like you have this like angelic frequency to you. Very divine. No matter what your gender is, I just feel like you're like just soft and nurturing and receptive. And maybe you're more hardened in the past, and that has to do with your transformation into being more receptive. And that's why I'm feeling that abundant energy. Like you're more receptive to receiving abundance now. Tell me more about group number 3. Pisces could be your sign, but this is also a very like receptive sign, I would say. Very empathic too, and spiritual. Yes. Very spiritual vibes for this group. And then Pluto, which rules transformation. You guys have really transformed into this beautiful butterfly. Wow. And also with the lotus like in her hand, like lotuses can grow out of the murkiest waters. I think I kind of alluded to that. Like, it could have been dark times, or you just could have, you know, maybe you perceived yourself as dark, and now you're like blossoming into this beautiful light and like seeing the world totally different. And on the bottom of the deck we have Neptune, which is very Piscean. There's a very dreamy quality to you. Put this over here. And also, yeah, Neptune rules Pisces as well as Jupiter. Pluto, you could be a Scorpio. But again, you don't have to be these signs. It's just the qualities really that matter the most, especially with this reading. But it could be confirmation for some of you. The biggest sense here is the spiritual vibes, the transformation, the abundant, like receptive side of you coming out and accepting these gifts and abundance and having faith in the divine is transforming your life in a very beautiful way. And your energy is just very, very beautiful. The heart. This is like you, like you're seriously like coming from your heart now. You've opened up your heart chakra and you're very loving and compassionate, and that is helping bring forth this abundance and this grace and this beauty and compassion you have. Oh, it just fell. I feel like you came from a place that was very, literally, is the desert, but like deserted. You had little faith, but like I feel like you're reaching out towards the moon. Like you just, maybe there's a period of hitting rock bottom or something like that, just loneliness. But you're able to come out of it and open up your heart chakra, open up to love, open up to abundance, and that's really transformed your life. Perhaps you live in the desert. I'm sorry, I have affirmations that go off as an alarm at 1:11, which is the time now, which is about like what does my inner child need. So perhaps you've really healed some inner child trauma, and that's helped you transform and open up your heart chakra. Like the inner child is at the root chakra, but like, you know, you can't really, if one of your chakras is out of balance, they all are, but I feel like you came out of that and eventually you're able to open up your heart chakra and overcome the trauma and transform into this beautiful being. I was saying, like, maybe some of you even transformed, like moved locations. You know, I was just thinking about flying or birds or nature. Maybe you used to live in a more desert area. Now you're like, actually, you know what I think this is? The desert doesn't have much water. And the water, right here, you see a boat in the heart. Water represents emotions. And I feel like maybe you were closed off from emotions. You held them in. And now you let them flow. And your heart is open. And this really opening you up to this Empress energy, this receptive energy. What else for our group number 3? End of a cycle. You guys could just be coming out of this desert cycle, but you're coming out of it like a raven, very wise. You're awakened, like you're able to see this desert cycle is over, but you don't look back at it as a mistake or regrets. It's given you this wisdom and this knowing that there's faith that things get better. Like it's given you substance. It's opened up your heart to, you know, like you needed that. And you're seeing that. That kind of seems like a theme. People are like looking at the past more so as like happening for you, not to you. And that cycle though of darkness, if it's not already over, it's ending. Yes, things didn't seem very pleasant before, like hell. It is the actual hell. The Catholics or Christians, is it Catholics only or Christians? I don't know, but hell was named after this goddess hell. Like but like it's kind of like the death card, you know. It doesn't mean always bad things. It's just like transformation. The death card is really represented by this. It's like some things have to end, or like there's dark and light to every situation. But it might have felt like you were in a personal hell for a while, in a terrible cycle. But now you're in a place, a safe space. Doesn't this have very Empress vibes to it? The flowers, the light, the lush green forest. Trees represent stability, like enduring, like protection, health, safety. So you've come out of a cycle that might not have felt very safe, maybe isolated, deserted, like, you know, just dark. And now you're in this, entering into this, or already entered into this beautiful, safe, light place. And it's given you all this wisdom to transform into this beautiful butterfly Empress energy and be so compassionate to others. There's so much transformation, all the transformation vibes in this group. When I said that, I looked at the clock was 3:33. You guys, have you been seeing that? Let's get some more cards here. What ones haven't we? I know I've been doing your group longer, but timed out. I looked around and seen that. Transformation, 333. You guys are like ascended masters. Angelic. You're like meant to be spiritual healers or something. Are you kidding me? Transmuting pain, like transmuting is like transformation. Another angel number here. You transmuted your pain from your past, bad cycle, and now you're transforming. Like this is like what they look like coming out of the cocoon. Maybe I know this is like a fairy or something, but you're transmuting your pain. And I heard it's really painful to come out of the chrysalis for the caterpillar. You know, before it's a butterfly, when it breaks out, it's kind of painful. The whole transformation cycle, but once you do, it's like a brand new beginning, and it's beautiful. So yeah, you use the pain from the past to heal yourself, and I really think if you aren't ready, you're healing others. Just your presence seems healing. You're a fallen angel. Didn't I say you're angelic? You're waking up from spiritual narcolepsy. You're an earth angel. You are. You're in this as of 10, which is a new cycle. And we have Fool here, end of a cycle. Transformation, like 3 times. 2 things that say angels. You're very protected. You're very spiritual. You're here as an earth angel to help. Just your presence alone is helping. Cool. You guys are amazing. Ooh, whoa. This just came out, so I think this is for a reason. Detox, repairing the mind, body, and spirit. Yeah, I feel like you guys have really learned how to practice self-care and self-love and compassion. There's just very you slowed down. I feel like maybe things were really fast-paced. I don't know, but I think you might be in the process of this, repairing the mind, body, and spirit. Taking baths, water might be really important to you. I was thinking nature earlier, but water. Oh yeah, because you went from this desert to this water phase. I think being in nature is really healing to you, though. Even with or without water. Yeah, you're coming out of this lonely phase in the chrysalis. Now you're with a group of butterflies, a whole bunch of them. You're finding your soul tribe. You have already. I know I'm never alone. You've come out of this cycle, and you know that now. You know you're safe, and you know you have a spiritual team. What other amazing qualities for group number 3? Oh, you have a nice booty. See, we're gonna end on a more high note. You're ambitious. Yes, Empress is the ruler. The Empress is the ruler of all queens, the queen of all queens. Just so if you didn't know that. Authentic. Yes, you're transformed to your authentic self. It was probably hard to know. You probably were confused about who you were because you were in spiritual narcolepsy when they were waking up. Let's get 1 or 2 more for you. Okay. You have an amazing smile. Look, yes, you really do have a presence that really helps other people, just being you. Being your authentic self and smiling. And you're smiling a lot more these days. And you're a reliable person. You're an amazing person, group number 2. I hope this reading resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I love you so much. Bye, group 3. Hi, group number 4. You chose Judgment. And I feel like you guys have really gone through some sort of transformation with all these butterflies in this card. Some of you guys may be musicians, singers, or something about your voice is just very alluring, very beautiful. People really love when you speak, sing, play instruments. You're very engaging. It's like kind of like you have this like siren energy to you. People just can't help but be drawn to you. And yeah, there's just this very beautiful, calming energy to you. And all this butterfly energy is really making me think you've come out of some cycle into a more beautiful, happy one, more joyous. There's very happy energy all over this card. So let's get more information on you, group number 4. Maybe in the past some of you guys worried about what other people thought, but now you're kind of like, you know, after this transformation, you're just like moving to the beat of your own drum. Up here, chain. Yeah, you Judgment is like the completion of a cycle. You completed some cycle where there was some attachment, but now you're just free. You're free like a butterfly. You're not chained down to anything. You don't care what other people think. You don't need anyone. You don't need anything. This doesn't mean you don't have people, but you don't need them. And that's great. You don't have any codependencies. Maybe you broke free. Like, I'm thinking of breaking free from the chrysalis, but like you broke free from any addictions or anything that was holding you back in life, and now you're just free, and it's so beautiful, and people really admire that about you, for sure. Your free spirit. Oh, got several here. Faith. Blessings. Here, let's put some over here. We're just going to use all of them. So, some of these came out in other groups, but like multiple of them. So, yeah, there's something about you that has given you like renewed faith in life. You're like, this feather too makes me think of you as being free. Like birds are free. You're able to fly and do whatever you want. And you don't have any fear anymore. You're able to fly, and you're able to take action. And horses represent freedom. So something about you is very free, very free. And you take action on, you're not held back, you're not chained back by anything. If you want something, you go and get it. And you might have been quick to anger in the past, but it seems like you're more temperate now, but also you're just very strong. But like, you could be really fierce and stuff, but you're just such a free spirit. And I feel like ever since you likely made this change, you got from being attached to other things, it's like all these blessings have come into your life. It's like the more carefree you are, the more you get coming to you. But I feel like you're really like a blessing to this earth, like how carefree you are, how just beautiful, how you transformed, like, and how you broke free from any attachments, how strong you are, how you take action, how you value freedom is inspiring to other people, and that is just a blessing in itself. Group number 4. And we have here Mars, which is rules is like action oriented. There could be some Aries watching or Scorpio. You don't have to be, but you're very action oriented. You go after what you want. You're a go-getter. Maybe you weren't always with that chain card there. And then we have Pluto. With the butterflies, that makes total sense. Pluto rules like transformation, end of a cycle, like rebirth. Like there's something here about you coming out of some cycle transformed and so free and stuff. And Pluto totally represents that. And Scorpio could be your sign as well, potentially, but also Aries or Mars. Let's see what else we got here for group number 4. I feel like you're a free spirit, but there's also like this mysterious side to you as well, which people are really drawn to with that siren energy. There's just something about you very alluring. Like people can't like put a pin on it, you know, like what it, like, you know, you're definitely beautiful, and like there's reasons why you could say that, but there's like something too. They're like, what is it that like, they're like, you're like kind of almost like addicted in a way, like, you know, there's like people just want more of you. I think it's really your free spirit and the fact that you don't have any attachments and don't really care. And then we have Eye of the Needle, intentionality, sorry. So yeah, I feel like every action you take, everything you do, there's some intention to it, and that's something really like super attractive to you too. I I kind of want to see what the book says about this. Let's get one more. But I feel like you're able to pinpoint what you want and go and get it, you know? I don't think I pulled out a book for any of the groups. I don't like that one. And then we have here 28, Hollow Bone, Teachability. I just read about a quote, and I'm reading a book on Reiki right now, and it's just something about like, be an open bone so then the divine can just flow right through you. So I feel like you guys definitely have some spiritual thing going on with you that you could be like a channel, or maybe you even like Reiki or something like that. And look, there's more feathers here. But you could be teachers, but you're able to learn really easily and take like what you learn and like use it in like the precise way you should, like to make your life move forward. Let's see. I think I have the book around you. I feel the urge to look. Okay. Clarity, positive outcomes. If you look through the eye of a needle, what do you see? Summon the experience of being so singularly focused on the task at hand that it becomes natural to remove everything that is superfluous, every distraction, every non-essential, so you succeed. Yes, I can see you cutting out all the BS. You know, that's part of this attachment that I see you're freed yourself from. You don't have any distractions anymore. This is the only way you'll get what you need, shrewd discernment, the willingness to winnow down the needle thread connection to its essence. The eye of the needle looks so tiny, but once your intention threads through it, a vast opportunity is presented on the other side. The needle can mend, can sew things together to make something meaningful and new. You're experiencing success right now. Stay true to your desires, to the work you need to accomplish, so you are laser focused on the experience of creating and manifesting. The outcome is assured by divine forces. I was just saying with these two cards together, and look, something about this is like you're a channel. It's all like coming, I don't know. Do you see that? Let's see what. Humility, being empty so that the wind of spirit can breathe through you. Okay. The hollow wing bone of an eagle is a flute for the shamans. The appearance of the hollow bone invites you to become empty of your notions of who you are, to check your ego at the door, and to know that this is not about you. Relinquish your need to be right and to express an opinion, so this will not change anything right now. You are being called to practice humility. Hollow yourself out and hear the wind blow through you and play like a flute. You will learn the language of the squall and the storm and understand the message in the summer breeze. There is an important communication waiting for you. Humility is the swiftest path for you to become like a hollow bone. Drop all notions and titles that bolster your ego. Eliminate the doer and allow things to happen of their own accord. Remember that you can accomplish most anything if you are willing to let someone else take credit for it. Hollow bone has come to caution you to believe only 50% of what others think and only 10% of what you think. Trust your experience, not what you have read in sacred books or holy texts. This will allow you to turn apparent danger into opportunity. Remember that you are an insignificant grain of sand in the grand scheme of life and as important as the brightest sun. Yes. Okay. Apparent danger into opportunity. You're bold. You've got a lot of action, boldness here. But really, you guys like had some sort of ego death that like freed you of these attachments in the past, this fear, like this ego that was in your head. And now you're able to see things so much more clearly. You allow spirit to come through you. And this is amazing. This is why you're so spiritual energy, and you act on your intuition. You like spirit talks to you, and you do it. Like, you don't question it. You have faith, and now you're living this beautiful life. You're transforming everything. You're a blessing. Wow, and you're powerful, and you know you have power, but you don't go about like telling everyone that, because you don't act out of your ego anymore. Like we all do. I'm not saying like you are like the most egotistical person. We all do. You've had this ego death, maybe multiple. And now you do everything with intention, and you allow yourself to hear spirit, to hear others, and you don't need to take credit because your inner power is in you. You don't need other people to tell you, Oops, it fell. The gem. I love this. Yes, gems are formed under pressure. So You were like put under pressure. Life was probably more difficult, but you didn't let others crack you. You didn't let these chains confine you. And you came out of this like a gem, and you're something people seek, you know? That, like, you're a treasure, a blessing. But something about you, like I said right away, there's something about you that people like just want you. You're very desirable, alluring. You're like a gemstone. You're like one of a kind. You don't just can't just make you in a lab. You're like you're authentic and unique and beautiful, very beautiful. Group number 4, in your own unique, authentic way. You're one of a kind. You're very special. Are you kidding me? Well, that's just fun. This is kind of uncanny. Out of all the cards, I had forgot there even was a siren card. You saw that fly out, right? I can't believe, well, I can, but like, spirit come through. You're a siren. And you're a bridge to the divine. I love this. Wow, you're a hollow bone. They're able to just talk right through you. Wow. Wow. Okay. Aphrodite, you are beautiful, stunning, goddess, God, whatever. Eternal love. Yes. You are beautiful, and you help others find love, and you like siren, Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty, all that stuff. Look at her. But you just shine out like love, like, and you make other people feel that way about you, and you help others like have faith again. And your transformation and everything is helping others open their heart. Success, yes. You can be successful in anything you want. But look at this with the love. I know that there's no greater goal than to love. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, I love your energy. What are the final attributes we want to know about our group number 4? Oh yeah, this is coming on 3 out of the 4 groups. You have a zest for life. Look at you. Look at that Judgment card. Hell yeah. Why wouldn't you? You're so amazing. Oh shit. Wow. Okay, we're gonna look at them, okay? Because mature, yeah, you definitely came out of some cycle. You're a charming presence. You're shy in a cute way. Brave. We already look at. Dependable. You got a nice booty. Great smile. You're ambitious and authentic. So that is what I have for you, group 4. You are amazing. I love all the synchronicities in this reading. I hope this resonated. You are amazing. I love you. I love you. I love you. Bye, group 4.